So I'm in the middle of my workout here, and I decided to just do a review on the rack here, twin stack so far. I've had it for about 2 weeks, and I wanted to say some things that nobody else really talked about in reviews online. So I'm gonna talk about it in between sets, and I'll cut that. But right off the top of my head, one of the things about the rack is that the plates, you're gonna deal with the floating plate because the cables are so tight, even with you adjusting them. A problem that I've seen a lot of people mention is that they have a floating plate. But don't freak out about that, because when you use the actual pulley system, it seems to loosen the plate. Because it's literally, the tolerance seems that tight that both of these plates are floating. This looks like this because this looks like top. But over just a week or two of just consistently using the pulleys, it seems that it just loosens it up just that much where you get the perfect tolerance. So, but don't freak out if you go to buy the rack and you're like, holy shit, like people barely mention this. You can also adjust it with these adjusters. I know not all the racks do that, and people might not realize that's what that little 1/4 inch to an inch of adjustment can make a big difference if you really need it. So that's my first thing. So let me do a set. So the next thing I want to mention. So it took about a month for this to get in, which is what people generally was the consensus online. The interesting thing was, though, there was no shipping update until 2 days before it actually arrived at my house. So I kept checking the app, and it went from order made to it's gonna be here in 2 days. So if you order it, don't freak out if you after a month, because it might not just be updated. Another thing is, the thing that gave me the biggest issue was this top rear portion. That gave me the absolute biggest issue when I was building the rack. The actual rack itself was fine, not too many issues building it, but when I started getting to the actual cabling and this rear portion, especially that top portion right there, getting that to hook in at the same time to this cable right here was the biggest issue that took a lot of messing around with the configuration to get it. People don't seem to really talk about now, because I think this just happened, is that they actually changed how you order it. So before it was kind of just changing the configurations of if you want the 4 posts, the 6 post, if you wanted 24 inch, 30 inch, 48 inch, all that. But you didn't pick the add-ons. It always came with the stainless steel lap bar. It always came with the grip, the triangle grip down here. Now, they just recently increased the price. I ordered before the increase, but I just wanted to know because I was checking the product page. It doesn't come standard with the stainless steel lap bar anymore. It doesn't come standard, which is a big difference, because that's a really nice lap bar. It also, besides increasing the price, instead of coming with a 300-pound weight stack, now it's defaulted to, I want to say it's 200 or 250, and you have to pay extra for the regular 300-pound weight stack. It doesn't come with the weight horns, the storage weight horns that this came with, which those are nice but pricey. It doesn't come with the band pegs, which if you like using those are pricey too. So there's a couple $100 of add-ons that they've made optional while also increasing the price. Which Lucky for me, I didn't have to deal with that, but if I were buying it again and I was like, shit, honestly, I'd probably still buy it again because it's just that much better with the American made. And everybody's a sucker for American made, Rogue, whatever. The color's great. It came really good packaged. I can't complain about that. The one quality check issue that I did have was this sandwich J-cup right here is really, really tight. So it has to, basically you have to force it on where this other side is loose. So they're not held to the same tolerance, which especially for, this is an upgraded J-cup. This isn't the standard one, you pay extra for that. And the fact that you have that, it wasn't to that same tolerance. Now, to the credit of Rogue, I emailed them, and it was a little weird. They were like, "Oh, we need to see the product quality check certificate or whatever, a picture of it, and a video showing the J-cup." And then finally, they were just like, "We're gonna send you a new plastic, the UMHW inside insert. They're sending a new kit for that." So they did attempt to resolve it, but it was a little weird having to go through my trash to find a little piece of paper saying like, "Oh, this J-cup was inspected and certified by so-and-so." Which, especially like I said, it's a premium component. I would have just then been like, "Hey, just send the guy an extra J-cup. He just spent $7,000, whatever." Besides that, everything kind of worked as described. Nothing else was surprising about it. If I were to recommend anything on it, I would say, let me think about it. Let me do this set and I'll get back. 2 more things. Don't go thinking that you're gonna build this thing by yourself. Because unless you're a professional rack builder or installer, absolutely not. These pieces at the top, this part right here particularly weighs like 70 or 80 pounds. You're not gonna hold that up and gonna be able to thread those 1-inch bolts on. I don't care. The part in the back, even worse. With that connects to the lap pull down. Those two pieces that make kind of like that V. Absolutely not for the regular average person. Is it impossible? No. But don't go thinking, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this by myself." I don't think it's feasible. Even with someone helping me, first time building it, it took us 2 full afternoons to build it. Granted, it's freezing here. I think it's 15 degrees in my garage right now. So that probably slowed me down. Another thing is, and I think I said this earlier, is if you're gonna be ordering a rack, order as much stuff from Rogue that you think you're gonna want or use all at the same time. I wish I would have ordered a couple more things that now that I'm like, oh man, I kind of want this, some more cable attachments, because these are good, but there are definitely missing some, like a curl attachment, easy curl, like a tricep push down, things like that. And you're gonna get free shipping with the rack, and the shipping on everything is gonna be really expensive if you buy it later. So luckily I bought this stainless steel Ohio power bar, which I like. I had a bare steel Ohio power bar, and I've had a Texas power bar and a couple others. I'll talk about this in another, I can talk about this in another video. I think I'm just gonna start making reviews on stuff, even if people don't watch them, just maybe it'll help somebody out. But I'm glad I got it. I don't regret getting any of the Rogue products, but I would have ordered more. Like I said, especially attachments to go along with the cables, because I didn't have any starting off. And there's a huge difference between the Amazon quality attachments and what you're gonna get from